Traveling around the world has become an obsession for me. I love learning about new countries, culture. I love learning about people. I always say this, I love people, but I also hate people at the same time. I don't know. So this right here is the top 10 surprising facts about Japan, and I actually went there last year. You guys can check out my vlog video right over here. This is my day in Japan, and it's amazing. The technology there, the people, the history, the culture, everything is just amazing. Starting us off in at number 10, did you know it's a great sign of respect to slurp your noodles in Japan? I mean, I fit right in. If I did that in any of the restaurants in North America here where I live, people would just look at me and be like, oh my god, what a slob. And definitely my fiance would be like, is this actually happening right now? Why are you being so rude? But in Japan, it's actually seen as a great sign of respect, which is why I gotta move there, because I love slurping soups and everything. It also apparently makes the food taste better. I actually think we should bring this custom over here to Canada. Okay, so moving into number 9 spot, we have, look, it's Godzilla! Well, if you guys didn't know, it was actually created in Japan by Yoshiro Honda in 1954. Since its inception, Godzilla has gone on to become a worldwide pop culture icon. It's been appearing in movies, numerous video games, novels, comic books, TV shows, and of course, with such a mass appeal for a fictional character, the Japanese government decided to make Godzilla an official citizen of Japan. Well, I guess it makes him their oldest citizen, considering Godzilla is thousands of years old. Speaking of old citizens, coming in at number 8, Japan has more than 50,000 people who are over the age of 100 years old. Japan has the highest life expectancy in the world. People there tend to eat well with rich foods and iron, and they get a lot of exercise as well. But I mean, like, what is their secret? How can they live so long? Well, when I went over there, the food is just so different from the rest of the world. They eat a lot of seafood, and all of their portion sizes seems to be very, very small. I mean, it just seems like a society that is very, very healthy. Grooving our way into number 7, clubbing or late night dancing was illegal in Japan until 2015. So just a few years ago. Maybe this has to do with all the old people in the country. But clubbing, which is a popular thing across the world, wasn't something you can do in Japan until 2015, which was only 2 years ago. That's so crazy because, I mean, what do young people do for fun in Japan if you're not clubbing? Coming into number 6 spot, Japanese people eat square watermelons. Wait, what? You mean those delicious oval fruit things, or just they just decided, you know what? I'm gonna make them a square. Yeah, well, in Japan, they actually grow their watermelons into square shapes because, well, it's easier to package and move around the world. So I mean, like, yeah, that makes sense. So I don't know about you guys, but as long as the square watermelon tastes the same as the oval watermelon, then heck, I don't care. But can you guys imagine going into like the vines, like where the watermelons grow, and these things are just square? I don't know, it's a little bit weird. Okay, so we're halfway there on this list, and at number 5, Ronald McDonald is known as Donald McDonald in Japan. That's actually such a funny name, Donald McDonald. I don't know, I was in Japan, I don't remember going to McDonald's, but I don't recall it being like Donald McDonald. Up next, and at number 4, you know that song by U2? I'll try to sing it. It goes like, I wanna go. Well, apparently Bono is singing about going to Japan because most of their streets don't have names. Wait, how do tourists find their way around Japan? It's like, I want to go to First Street. We don't have streets. It's just like you just walk for about 3.5 minutes exactly, and that's First Street. Well, it's actually not that complicated. They have numbers that are designated blocks, and most public locations have maps that can help you navigate around. So instead of street names, I guess you just have number names. I don't know. Coming into number 3 spot, Japanese is famous for their Cuddle Cafés. These cafes allow customers to sleep with and only sleep with beautiful women. Options start with a 20-minute nap, and they can range to a full night's rest. This phenomenon has become so successful in Japan that the practice has now spread to the western cities like New York and Vancouver. Okay, coming in at the runner-up spot, number 2, did you guys know that Russia and Japan still haven't signed a peace treaty for World War II yet? So yes, World War II is still happening. So in a sense, they're still at war with each other for the past 70 years. Okay, while technically they're not at war with each other, the reason they haven't settled their dispute is because of 4 islands. The Kuril Island was taken by Russia at the end of World War II, and this little dispute is the main reason that Russia and Japan still haven't signed a peace treaty, even though both countries are friendly with each other. Finally, in at the number 1 spot, did you guys know that it's fine to fall asleep at your job in Japan? Okay, now I have to move there. You get to sleep while getting paid? In Canada, if I fall asleep on the job, I'm fired like right away. As soon as I wake up, probably gotta take the sign off my face and be like, oh, what? Again? Sleeping while on duty is a sign of dedication to the job. It's like saying I'm working so hard that I can't help but to fall asleep. I like their way of thinking. They actually have a name for this in Japan. It's called inimori. And here in Canada, we call that you messed up at your job and you shouldn't be sleeping. Wake up and go home and look for a new job. Simply, you're fired. Or as Arnold would say, get to the chopper! Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a thing or two or 10 things about Japan. I remember going there and it was amazing. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys very soon in a new Most Amazing Top 10 video.